Does your body feel heavy after a simple stroll, even though you've been told walking is the golden standard for staying healthy? You're experiencing something most people over 60 face, and I'm here to tell you, it's not weakness, it's a signal. For decades, the fitness world has preached one gospel: walk more, live better. But there's a critical piece of the puzzle that trainers and doctors often skip: a dormant powerhouse hidden deep inside your lower legs that could transform how your body moves and feels. Scientists have discovered something remarkable. Buried beneath the surface of your lower leg sits a muscle so vital it's earned a surprising nickname: your body's internal pump. This isn't your outer calf. This is something far more essential. And here's what most people don't realize. If this muscle is asleep, which it almost certainly is by age 60, then walking, standing, even basic movement becomes exhausting. You feel the heaviness. Your ankles swell. Your legs tire. Balance becomes uncertain. But the extraordinary news? This power center isn't gone. It's dormant, and we can wake it up. Small, intentional movements can reshape your entire physical foundation. Today, I'm going to teach you 3 movements, no equipment, no studio, no complicated steps, that reactivate this forgotten system from the ground up. Stick around until the end. By then, you'll understand why your body has been struggling, and you'll have the roadmap to reclaim stability you thought was gone forever. Before we start, leave your name and location in the comments below. We read every single one. Now let's begin. Why does a simple seated movement matter more than you'd think? Because it's where everything begins. If you've noticed your legs puffing up by afternoon, or if you find yourself gripping your chair to stand without wobbling, this first technique directly addresses that struggle. Hidden inside your lower leg lives a muscle most people never think about, a true biological powerhouse called the soleus. On the surface, it's invisible, but its job? Nothing short of heroic. Every single time it contracts, it pumps fluid back upward from your legs toward your heart. It fights gravity. It reduces swelling. It drives circulation. And after 60, when your system naturally slows down, this pump gets neglected. Here's the critical difference. Walking alone gives this muscle a gentle nudge. What we're about to do is give it a full wake-up call. This movement isn't flashy. You won't sweat. You won't feel worked. But something profound happens internally. Your legs reconnect with your brain. Your energy system reboots. 1. Sit tall in a firm chair, feet flat, knees at 90 degrees. 2. Place both palms gently on your knees, or rest 2 light water bottles on top for subtle pressure. 3. Keep the balls of your feet pressed into the floor. 4. Now slowly lift both heels as high as comfort allows. Feel the engagement in the back of your lower legs. 5. Hold at the peak for 1 to 2 seconds. Don't rush this pause. 6. Lower your heels back with intention, as if you're setting something delicate down. 7. Repeat this pattern 10 to 15 repetitions, once or twice daily. Each lift sends a message to your nervous system. You're saying, this muscle is important. Wake up. Assist me. As circulation improves, people commonly notice less leg heaviness, reduced ankle puffing, better afternoon energy, and a new sense of stability when they walk. The smallest movements create the deepest changes when they're done with intention. If you've recently experienced a blood clot, have severe vein issues with discomfort, or feel sharp calf pain, consult your physician first. This movement is gentle, but your individual health matters. There's a moment every person knows. That instant you stand up and feel just slightly uncertain on your feet. A subtle wobble, a hesitation. Maybe you catch yourself reaching for a wall or armrest. You dismiss it as aging. But what if it isn't inevitable? Inside your lower legs exists a biological force specifically designed to push back against gravity itself. When this system activates fully, it restores the quiet confidence you once had when you simply stood up. This isn't about building muscular, showy calves. This is about teaching your balance control system to activate on demand, whether you're standing, walking, or reaching for something above your head. In the first movement, we activated your internal pump, that powerful soleus. Now we're taking that awakening and teaching it to work in real life. We're moving from seated to standing, from protected to functional. This is where your body learns to trust itself again. 1. Stand facing a sturdy surface, kitchen counter, heavy chair, anything solid. 2. Place both hands lightly on the surface just for balance, not for leaning. 3. Position your feet hip-width apart, toes forward. 4. Shift your weight slightly toward the front of your feet. 5. Slowly raise both heels as high as comfort permits. 6. Pause at the top. Feel both calf muscles activate beneath your full body weight. 7. Lower your heels back down with control. Imagine placing something fragile on a shelf. 8. Complete 10 to 15 repetitions. You can do this twice daily. Morning to activate, evening to drain any puffiness and reset your balance. This movement activates both the soleus and the gastrocnemius, the inner and outer engines of your lower leg. But something even more remarkable happens neurologically. Each rise and descent trains the sensors throughout your ankles, knees, and hips to perceive your body's exact position in space. Scientists call this proprioception. The better your body understands where it is, the more automatic and graceful your balance becomes. Walking alone only partially engages these muscles. This movement takes them through their complete range. The result? Resilient strength that lasts, better blood flow from your feet upward, improved ankle control, and a body that trusts its own stability. You're teaching your nervous system, I'm not fragile, I'm reclaiming control. Avoid this if you've recently had foot or ankle surgery, if standing makes you dizzy, or if you have severe balance issues. If that's you, remain with movement 1 and consult a physical therapist before advancing. There's a moment your body decides whether it stays standing or starts to fall. It's not when you take a big step. It happens in the invisible shifts, when you stand on one foot to put on a sock, when you step up onto a curb, when you adjust your weight at the sink. These micro-movements reveal everything about your stability. If your deep stability system isn't operating at full capacity, that's when slips and near falls happen. But what if I told you there's a secret muscle, hidden deep in your lower leg, that controls whether you stay upright or not? It's not the visible calf you see in the mirror, that one is for power and speed. The true stability master is a deeper, patient, tireless muscle, the soleus. This final movement reprograms your entire stability system. It's where you stop relying on luck and momentum and start relying on muscle intelligence. This is the gap between hesitant steps and confident movement. 1. Stand behind a sturdy chair or counter, hands light on the surface for balance. 2. Shift your full weight onto your right leg. Lift your left foot just an inch behind you. 3. Here's the critical key. Bend your right knee slightly. Not a squat, just a soft athletic bend. 4. From this bent position, slowly lift your right heel as high as feels safe. 5. Pause at the top and feel the activation deeper in your lower leg, closer to your ankle. 6. Lower your heel with full command and control. 7. Complete 8 to 12 repetitions on the right, then switch sides. Keep the knee slightly bent throughout. This shift moves the workload away from the surface calf and directly into your deep soleus, your true postural muscle. When your knee is straight, your outer calf muscle naturally takes over. When you bend the knee, you bypass that muscle completely. That forces your soleus, the deep endurance muscle, to activate. And this matters tremendously. The soleus is built for endurance, not speed. It's packed with slow twitch fibers, built for extended stability, highly resistant to fatigue, essential for ankle and knee alignment, directly linked to your balance control system. Most people over 60 have a dormant soleus. It's not weak, it's simply forgotten. This movement reminds your nervous system it's still there, still powerful, still capable of holding you steady during the moments that matter most. You don't need more strength, you need smarter strength. And that's exactly what this teaches. Avoid if you have severe balance impairment, recent ankle or Achilles surgery, or intense knee pain when bending. If uncertain, perform with both feet down and minimal lift, or consult your physician. You've just accomplished something most people never learn about, let alone practice. You've reawakened a buried balance system, a muscle that's been silently supporting your posture since childhood and might be the missing connection to fluid, independent movement in your later years. This isn't just about your legs. It's about how you move through every moment with balance, confidence, and real control. These three movements, seated, standing, and deep activation, now form your foundation, your personal ritual, your declaration. I still have agency. I still have strength. I still choose to support myself from the ground up. No medication does this. No device restores this. Only you can. At this stage of life, it's easy to surrender to decline, to accept that wobbly legs, heavy steps, and swelling are simply the price of aging. But what you've just demonstrated is that small, intentional action shifts the trajectory. You didn't need a gym membership. You didn't need fancy tools. All you needed was focus, breath, and willingness to move. If you felt even the smallest shift today, a spark of strength, a moment of clarity, please share it. Leave a comment and write, "I activated my stability." Let's build a community rooted in action, not age, in capability, not limits. Your journey towards strength and independence didn't end at 60. In many ways, it's just starting now. So stay steady, stay strong, and remember, you're not losing capability. You're learning to use it in new ways. If this resonated with you, please tap the like button and let us know in the comments. Mention Winds of Thought if you're sharing this with someone you care about. We read every comment, and your feedback shapes what we create next. Thank you for moving with us today.